Welcome in here. It's Sean Stamm, Stamm Studio Network. Good evening. Hopefully you're all doing well. I'm all set here tonight where the trucks are ready to go the distance in the Mystic Missile 160. 60% fuel tank, about 24 laps on a run. Hopefully you're all doing well. Before we cut live to virtual trackside action, taking a look at some point standings here. It'll be TJ Zachary who leads us off after an immaculate start to the season at Daytona 2 weeks ago. It'll be Stoney Benfield, Bobby Blair, Robert Anderson, Mark Gentile, Michael Milfeld, Scott Patton, Tyler Price, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, and Heath Smith out there rounding at the top 10. It's still very, very close here in the points, just 2 races in the season. There you can see fourth. It's a 3-way tie, 2-way tie for 7th in the points as well. How's everybody down there in YouTube land doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking and joining us here for a 1.5 miler. It's mini Daytona here tonight from EchoPark, other known as Atlanta. It's a great night for racing. It's not quite. We don't have those cold fronts down here out and around us. Thankfully not. And if the broadcast does just cut out of nowhere here tonight, that is my power gone. I'm down here the southern regions of Texas. Our power grid isn't quite meant for it, but we're still moving, grooving here tonight from this 1.5 miler, 65 degree Fahrenheit on the ambient temperature, as well as track surface, sitting at an altitude of 772 feet. Plenty of oxygen for our engines to work with here tonight. Here's our qualifying results. It'll be Charlie Widener slaps it out there out on the pole with a very, very fast 31.770. It'll be Zach Monday out of PM3 Motorsports who slaps it up there right on the outside row of P2. It'll be Stoney Benfield, Bobby Blair, Josh Murphy, Terry Mellum, Tim Blankenbeckler, Benicio Marquez Ramos, Kyle Ricketts, and Neil Lapidus out of Langley Lapidus Racing, who ranked at the top 10. It's Sean Abel, Mark Gentile, who rounded the top 12. Michael Ritz, James Klaus, TJ Zachary, Frank Ranger Jr., it's Ricardo Cano out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, Tyler Price, Robert Anderson II, Nate Mendoza, and Jensen Case, who round out our 21. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to count them all. 21 driver field. Welcome in, Knife to YouTube land. Real quick before we do get started, those of you who have a better half and ready to get your better half registered for the Better Half Dash, that is a race that happens February 13th, the night before Valentine's Day. It'll be mini stocks at Charlotte. Make sure you get your spouse and better half registered for it. And get ready for green flag racing here tonight in the Mystic Missile 160 live in the Stamm Studio Network Truck Series. My name is Sean Stamm. Charlie Widener's going to lead them off into turn 1. One driver pack tonight. Still Charlie is out up front. Zach Monday, Stoney Benfield, Bobby Blair out there on the top 4, side by side, running 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th on back. Terry Mellum, Josh Murphy starting to join the battle as well. A 3x3x3 breakaway, 2x2x2 breakaway up here for the first 3 positions. Still Tim Blankenbeckler starting to make some battles up there happen as well. Tim Blankenbeckler in that number 4 Toyota. He's trying to make that inside line work, but these corner radiuses are so tight here with this revamped Atlanta Speedway. Remember, this is Daytona-esque banking here from this 1.5 mile cookie cutter. Zach Monday will come out to the lead here, lap 2 to 3 of the race. He's got Bobby Blair right there, and behind him in that outside line. Terry Mellum, Stoney Benfield joins the top 5 battle as well. That lime green machine, keep your eye on here tonight. He's got some super speedway racing experience as well as that cookie cutter experience. If you merge them here together, it's hybrid action for Stoney Benfield. Lime green Ford F-150 running 3rd place in line right there. Zach Monday continues to lead lap after lap after lap after taking the race lead away from our pole sitter, Charlie Widener. Charlie's going to drop back to P3, but still keeping that number 95, rolling and moving. Terry Mellum joining the battle up here. I remembers calling Terry's name quite a bit up there in that high rock, running the high line machine in the number 23. Calling Terry's name quite a bit from Daytona 2 weeks ago. And then, of course, the 1 week break for the Daytona 24 hours. That was a lot of fun. We had quite a few drivers here that are racing out here tonight on our Daytona 24-hour team. Finished out actually P7 in class, I believe P15 overall. Speaking of, that's one of them. Neil Lapidus continues to run in the top 12 right now. One of only the 3 Ford F-150s out on track. Oh, he's going to get tight, as Duco Salamanca would say. Way up the track out of turn 4. That number 26 begging for grip, begging for mercy. Actually going to make one pass happen, though, as Josh Murphy gets down and below the yellow and red line. I promise I'm not colorblind there. But, man, the number 88 off the pace here he's trying to gather it right back up, and that's kind of Shane Van Gisbergen and Cheeseburger paint scheme right there for the Red Bull Racing Machine. Tyler Price, Frank Ranger Jr., and Ricardo Keno running in 19th, 20th, and 21st right there behind Josh Murphy. Something has gone awry on that number 88. Welcome in down there in YouTube land. We got Terry as well as Dancing Transistors. That's my boy Ollie out here. Ollie, we appreciate you, and safe travels back home on those icy roads. Terry Mellon back up to the front. And how about Mauricio Marquez Ramos up here in the W Energy number 36 Toyota Tundra machine? He not only knows how to turn just left, but he's got some left and right turning action as well. I believe I've seen him in some road course racing leagues that I do broadcast for. He's going to run it back to that inside line, playing the more defensive line, going into turns 1 and 2. Bobby Blair starting to join the battle up here in that outside line as well. The purple people leader, then that number 66 Fanatec machine, showing some pace tonight here as well. This is hybrid Daytona first as well as cookie cutter action. This is the turns will come up on you so much quicker, that the radiuses through the corner are so much tighter than we saw just 2 weeks ago. Careful, and it'll sneak up on you here. We're already coming to 10 laps down out of here. We're already coming to 34 laps to go in that first stage. Michael Ritz getting a push, getting a shot, getting a shove out of there at a turn 2. We're going to start to look 3 wide. We'll settle it right back down to 2. Neil Lapidus, he's going to start to join this battle up here as well. There is only one faster pair available for our drivers tonight, so you gotta kind of keep cool, calm, and collected early, especially if you're down here middle of the pack, in the eye of the storm, if you will. There's only so many places that you can go here if a wreck happens up in front of you, and there's not many places to go. I think a lot of it is really the casino luck that we're going to see out here if a big one were to strike. It's 33 laps to go to that first stage, yellow. Kyle Ricketts hopping on board with them here, running in at the number 09 machine, still running about right where he started. Got TJ Zachary, who was actually second fastest in practice. TJ not the qualifying effort that he was looking for, running the inside line there, the number 33 Animal Racing Chevrolet Silverado. He's looking to have some pretty good pace here coming out here as we reach lap 11 and 12, really allowing these tires to get up to operating temps and pressures. If you're just now joining in, my name's Sean Stamm, producing, directing, commentating the show here for this Mystic Missile Racing 160. The Stamm Studio Network trucks have been putting on a show since the drop of the green flag, especially Stoney Benfield, that lime green machine, still up there running in within the top 5 to 6 drivers, still running that inside line as well. I mentioned this from our Daytona broadcast, if you didn't quite catch that, but I love running the inside. Not only is it the shorter way around the racetrack, but if there's an incident up there in front of you, you can really use that inside line, although it's frowned upon to pass drivers underneath that white and red line down below. But you can definitely miss the big one by going down there. Running up top, you carry that speed, you carry that corner exit momentum, but it is just a little bit more risky if you, say, are running in the respectful, maybe half back. Hey, Terry mentioned it down there in YouTube lands. Lots of great drivers here tonight, all throughout this 21 driver field, and they're all still up here within about, the whole field is still within 2 to 3 tenths of one another. Speaking of one of the other teammates that competed in the Stamm Studio Network 24-hour endurance team race with us down at Daytona. We ran that LMP2 car. Ricardo Cano joined the fight there with us. And Ricardo's he's kind of been here chilling out there within the last position. Started P17, dropped to P21, and I almost think that maybe there's a little bit of endurance racing back here behind the wheel of that number 25. He's keeping things cool, calm, and collected, keeping that fast repair if he so does need it. Jumping back up to the race lead here, it's still Terry Millam leading Mauricio Marquez Ramos out of Mexico, Charlie Widener, Zach Monday, Bobby Blair. That's the top 5. Get Neil Lapita starting to join the battle up there in the outside line as well. Remember, he was running about 16th, 17th position earlier on in the race, all the way back up to P8 here. TJ Zachary still, well, he's actually around the outside line there in that Animal Racing number 33 Chevrolet Silverado. Right now, TJ Zachary shown our biggest mover since the drop of the green flag. He's keeping that outside line moving and grooving. Gonna bring Tim Blakenbecker right up in there with him. That's the Tim's Tiny Boat Adventures Toyota Tundra. Trust me, if there's, I don't tell anybody to subscribe to any YouTube channels hardly that often, but if there's a YouTube channel I want you to subscribe to, it's going to be Tim's Tiny Boats Adventures down there YouTube land. Trust me, you won't regret it. Some of the funniest content, as well as, hey, almost pushing, 100, 200 subscribers there. It's the way he edits his videos, gets you on your butt laughing so hard, as well as, hey, you would think he's probably up there in about the 1,000 to 10,000 range. He's also nice keeping a steady wheel here tonight, running up within the top 11 position. He's got Sean Abel running down the inside, that kind of Justin Allgaier Traveler Whiskey Chevrolet Silverado paint scheme. If there's a paint scheme that I knows how to do, that I knows who's going to get one done here tonight, it's definitely going to be that number 40 machine, that working with some Earnhardt Jr. magic behind the wheel out of that number 40 as we hop on board with him here. Sean Abel, they're out of Florida. He's going to have contact with the number 31. Are they going to save it? No, it's a 3-truck, 4-truck, 5-truck. It's involved here. Sean Abel involved. So is Jensen Case. So is James Klaus in the number 5. All Chevrolet Silverados that were involved there. Oh, no. It's our first caution of the race. Things were looking pretty cool, calm, and collected, although things were happening pretty fast. Here we're going to take a look at the Stamm Studio Network Race to Stop Suicide race replay. Oh, man, Mark Gentile up here in it. I don't think he didn't have anything to do with it. There's Jensen Case didn't have anything to do with it. Mark definitely did in the Purple People Eater Alien Machine. We're going to have to rewind that one up here quite a few feet. There's going to be another look at it here. We'll keep it slow-mo for you. Actually, look at the number 40 starts to come off of the race line just a little bit. Maybe it's a slight overreaction up there from Mark. Oh, and then, oh, man, we're going to have to take another, maybe a drone camera shot of it this time. It's just mayhem from this point on. Try it again here. Yeah, there you see Mark really cut down on the doggy leg. And any ladies that are getting ready for that better half dash here, keep this in mind. It's Charlotte's, not quite at the speeds we're carrying here tonight, but that's really going to be a really a big problem area there, if you will, because it's not only off camber, but it's also kind of off G-forces as well. Definitely shove you up off the racing line. Hard impacts there. We'll get back up here to live. Oh, goodness, it's going to glitch out. I apologize there. We'll get back up here to live pacing action, where we have some drivers that are there under taking some pits. some pit stop action. Bobby Blair, TJ Zachary, the only 2 drivers to stay out. It'll be Charlie Widener, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, Zach Monday, Terry Mellon, basically the whole rest of the field. There was only 8 seconds spent on pit lane for Marquez Ramos there, as well as 11, and we'll round it up to 12 seconds for Charlie Widener's pit stop. So there's probably just a little bit more fuel going into that number 95 machine. Remember, we do have that stage break here at or around, let's see, lap 42. Running with about 27 laps on a tank, but we'll have to see where that gets us after we are all re-racked and restacked and ready to go. Terry Mellon out of Farmington running in the P5 position. High rock vodka on it. I'm picking up what you're putting down there, Terry. Keep it up, moving and grooving. Stony Benfield out of North Carolina currently running in the 6th position. I believe we chatted with Stony Benfield in our top 3 driver interviews last 2 weeks ago from Daytona. Hopefully we're doing the same with them there. Will be, apologize here 1 second. It'll be, how about Josh Murphy? He's out here out of Texas. It's snowing right here. Actually, not right here, but it's snowing up there, up in Dallas right now. I saw on some social medias before the race. Maybe that's what he was dealing with earlier on, because remember, we saw him down and below that yellow and red pit, not pit line, but what do you call it? It's escaping my mind. The yellow and red line, we'll call it. Josh Murphy's back up here to the race lead. I don't know how, because, man, from the back to the front, he will go. Kyle Ricketts will up here out of P2 out of Williamsport, Indiana, and if unless his just paint scheme is not loading in, Kyle Ricketts looking for some paint scheme or looking for some sponsorship capabilities there. Kyle Ricketts, you'll definitely get what you're paying for with the driver of where did he say? Out of Williamsport, Indiana. Michael Ritz, he's back here for another season of racing after we are side by side getting ready to take the green flag here tonight from EchoPark, aka, excuse me, the lights are still on that pace truck, so we're going to rerun them one more time by. Michael Ritz out of Fowler, he's back for another season of racing. He's right up in here with them after running in P4. Ricardo Keno up in P5. All of these drivers have now made their pit stop on pit lane, so the drivers that did stay out on the caution before, looks like they have all made their pit stops now. Looking like they're all going to try to make that little bit of a sprint here coming towards that stage break. It'll be Robert Anderson, Tyler Price, Frank Ranger Jr., Terry Mellon, and James Klaus rounding out the top 10. Tyler Price out of Webster City, Iowa, running in the, is that the cat? It is the cat meow machine. Also Frank Ranger Jr. out of Lakeland, Georgia. If you're looking for any t-shirts, plaques, trophies, you name it, make sure you hit up Mr. Frank Ranger Jr. down there in Facebook land. Terry Mellon, mentioned that earlier on. He will start P9 here, and it'll be James Klaus, P10, TJ Zachary, Sean Abel, Mauricio Marquez Ramos. It'll be Nate Mendoza, Charlie Widener, Zach Monday, Neil Lapidus, Tim Blankenbeckler, Bobby Blair, Mark Gentile, and Jetson Case. That rounds out our 21 driver grid, or excuse me, field. Let us know who you're rooting on down there live in YouTube land below. Welcome in, Ted. Hopefully that you are doing well and keeping warm over down there a little bit west of us. It'll be Josh Murphy, Stony Benfield taking the green flag on this race restarts. Also, let us know if you're keeping warm here tonight, as well as let us know if everything is sounding A-OK down there in YouTube land below. Sean Stamm producing, directing, commentating the show here tonight for this Mystic Missile Racing 160 live at EchoPark Automotive Speedway, other known as Atlanta. It'll always be Atlanta to me. I think quite a few drivers is on Discord as well. Josh Murphy, Stony Benfield. Stony, the start's on you here tonight in that North Carolina. Call 811-before-you-dig.org machine. I take that back. I believe it's going to be Josh Murphy as he leads us to that Geico race restart zone. Here we go. Green flag's out again. We're back to racing this Mystic Missile Racing 160. Caution's thrown right away. Mauricio Marquez Ramos, he's involved in it. So is Charlie Widener. Some of these drivers that were running up and within the top running positions here earlier on in the race. Oh, same story. There goes. Look at the number 3, Zach Monday, involved as well. I think he's going to be maybe the cause as he's still stopped here on the racetrack. Zach, okay, here's what happens coming to the green. Oh, right in front of Tim. Tim gets tagged and goes right back down and around. Here comes Charlie. Okay, it's going to be a 3. Okay, we're going to have to really hang on here. What happens coming to take the green? We're still kind of working with a little bit of single file action out here in the back of the pack. Okay, well, there was one incident there, and then we saw the other spinning. I believe that was Zach Monday involved here. I apologize. We're gonna have to rewind this one once again. Where does it all start? That's the big question out here. So it's not even there. Okay, I apologize for the replay wipes here. Here, we're finally going to get back to the green flag here. So Zach Monday running up in front of Mauricio Marquez Ramos in this incident. Oh, excuse me, he was not. He was running behind it. He has no choice but to nose it into the outside wall as that's just how fast things happen. I apologize. It's taken 1 to 2 to 3,000 looks at a replay here. Still just trying to see what exactly went all wrong. There you're going to see, okay, there's going to be the 33. Man, it's right back behind him. We'll try it one more time. All right, right back here behind him. We'll keep it slow this time by. It all starts up there. There was already starting to look like a little bit of argy-bargy up there on that race restart. And then there you see bottom of your screen there with the number 40, it looks like. Sean Abel gets into the rear bumper. Somebody either spun the tires or tried to drop a gear and disappear here. Right, there's TJ Zachary, bottom of your screen. Yeah, it kind of happens up in front of him, then just accordion effect right there. One more look at it, Iris. That's the best look at it. Bottom of your screen. Accordion effect, bunk, 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 bunk. And then one more, almost a bunk. It is a bunk on the outside wall. All right, apologies for that. We'll get back here to some pacing action. It was all my bad as it took quite a few actions to finally find what happened there. But a little bit of coordinated action. It's Newton's whatever law of motion. Once you are in motion, I think you will stay in motion there. Hard to slow down one of these very, very heavy stock car NAS truck, Stamm Studio Network trucks, even at rolling back up to green flag at pace speed. Tim Blankenbeckler, he's made his way down and off of pit lane after getting tagged and bagged there. Mark Gentile, he's back out here on the racetrack, shown back on the lead lap as well. So if you're a number 31 fan, good news for you there. It'll be Zach Monday and Jensen Case who ran out 20 and 21st position. We're going to re-rack them. We're going to restack them. Only 2 cautions here tonight so far. To approach lap 28 out of 104. Our leader will be Josh Murphy. We've had 3 lead changes thus far. Only 3 drivers showing wet that down as well. Tony Binfield, he was once, the race restarted on that inside road the last time by. Welcome in, Laura. Go Terry Mellum. Welcome in, Laura. Appreciate you letting us know who you are rooting on down there live in YouTube land. Terry Mellum, he's going to race restart, excuse me, in the P12 position and that number 23 Chevrolet Silverado. Here we come out of NASCAR turn 3, turn 4, and we're going to get them back up to race pace and race speed. I know we did this on this race restart and on the race start. Let's enjoy some sights and sound out here at EchoPark Automotive Raceway. Go ahead and crank it up. My name's Sean Stamm. I'll be right back here with you for this Mystic Missile Racing 160 live up here in the booth. back there. Josh Murphy up to the race lead over Stony Benfield on that race restart. Kyle Ricketts running P3. Michael Ritz, Tyler Price up there in the top 5. Here comes Neil Lapid. Oh, Neil Lapidus almost. He tries the inside line. It's tight once again out there at a mid-corner to corner exit. He's going to try to save that thing right back up after Ricardo Keno is starting to try that inside line as well. He gets a little bit tight on the corner entrance. Terry Mellum and James Klaus joining this battle out here once again. What does a driver here like James or maybe Terry have here for him? Not only are you running in the respectful 9th and 10th position, but it's almost like there's nowhere to go. Terry trying to make the inside line work here right now in that teal and white number 23 machine. Also has a big push right there out of the rear end. Bobby Blair starts to make himself a little bit known after the front of the pack as after a little bit of a slip inside, works his way back into the as well. Bobby Blair, Tim Blankenbeckler, Robert Anderson still running 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, also working their way towards the front of the pack. There's some sparks continuing to fly out here, though. That looked like the black and yellow. Black and yellow was that? I couldn't quite see it. I think it may have been actually James Klaus running outside. Michael Rich right there. This is the battle for 6th and 7th. Also being wobbly wiggly is that Waffle House MER machine. James Klaus does a nice job at gathering it right back up there. Apologies, just making sure everything is sound and A-OK down there in YouTube land below. We're going to start to cut down the exit of the dog leg. That is, it's risky at there in IRL NASCAR action, at least here within the sim. These drivers here within at least the official races, they know that cutting the dog leg is a definite opportunity, and it will be done here within coming towards these last few laps of the stage, especially last few laps of the race. I think the real rule is you just can't pass there on the back straightaway. You get forced down below the yellow, but it's definitely not what you want to do, is make a pass below that white and red line. It's definitely shown as out of bounds. Neil Lapidus, he works his way all the way up to P4. He's got outside temperatures of what, 5, 4, 3 degrees in real life out there. And thankfully he's in his sim right here and got that heater blowing it, because he'd be shivering his timbers. I'm almost shivering my timbers just watching that Team OSOK machine work their way all the way to the front of the pack. Remember, he started back there in, I believe, 10th position. 5 spots gained since the drop of the green flag. He's going to bring Michael Ritz right up in there with him. They're running in that, that's going to be the James Klaus machine running in the outside row right there behind him. Michael Ritz running in the red, white, and blue 27 inside row. Mauricio Marquez Ramos, Charlie Widener, Bobby Blair still going side by side right up in there behind that battle from 4th, 5th, and 6th. Stony Benfield to the point. He's got 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 up there behind him. Here comes Kyle Ricketts trying to make a move down that inside line. A little bit of a blink down there for that 09 Chevrolet Silverado. Look who's out on their company on the outside line is Josh Murphy in the WeatherTech number 88 machine. Neil Lapidus is going to be his big pusher there behind him. And Tyler Price back and forth. It'll be cat and mouse for the number 26. It's 69 machine. Cat machine, he's now running up within the P5. Will he get P5 this lap? It'll be within 10ths at the stripe. 5 laps to go till that stage break. 2 by 2 separating second, third, fourth, and 5th. And then you got, it's the whole pack up here. Still blanket over first through, I would say, about 15th. So we'd call it the whole pack, 1st through 18th. Watch these runs start to form here, as well as watch the 3 wide start to form there from about Terry Mellum's 12th, 13th, and 14th on back. Stony Benfield is going to have to start to play some defense. defense right here as Kyle Ricketts and Josh Murphy start to go some side by side. Now that these runs are starting to heat up and form here, it's going to be these last 4 laps to go until the stage break, until that frets for Pets stage break caution. Side by side from 3rd and 4th on back. It's now single file running between the front 2 trucks. Kyle Ricketts doing everything that he can to try and stay away from a late stage side draft. Michael Ritz goes below the white and red line. That's A-OK to get. That's A-OK to do in the dog leg section. Bark, bark. After Mauricio Marquez Ramos starting to join the battle as well. Tim Blankenbeckler, he's up in this battle. That's Nate Mendoza. I think the first time we've really mentioned that teal and black Toyota Tundra machine tonight. He's up here right in this battle in the top 10. It's only 3 coming to 2 laps to go. Stony Benfield, Kyle Ricketts, Tyler Price just trying to get towards the stripe 2 more times, trying to award these stage points. It's Neil Lapidus who gets loose out of there off turn number 4. 2 wide starting to associate themselves right there back behind him. Almost contact between P2 and P3. Kyle Ricketts, Tyler Price. Here we go to turn 2. What transpires? What ensues? This is here. This right now is a look. This is a look into the future at the white flag lap of the race coming up in just over 60 laps time. Here comes the white flag. It's the last lap of the stage. Side by side for 3rd on 4th. It's still a front 2 truck breakaway. Then it's Michael Rich running by himself. The 88 as well as the 26, Josh Murphy and Neil Lapidus right there in 5th and 6th. It's now a 3 truck breakaway. It's side by side drafting action there from 4th and 5th on back. Stony Benfield still out to the race lead. Here comes Kyle Ricketts. Kyle Ricketts has a run, but he has no help. Does Mauricio Marquez Ramos give the help to the outside line? We might wreck him into the stripe. It'll be side by side out of NASCAR turn 4. Who gets to the stripe first? It'll be Stony Benfield 3 wide right behind him. Kyle Ricketts takes P2. Mauricio Marquez Ramos, Tim Blankenbeckler, Michael Ritz. What an opening stage. Congratulations, Stony Benfield, on winning the Frets for Pets Caution stage break out of North Carolina, racking up stage points here this season. Kyle Ricketts finishing P2. Man, what was 300ths of a second at the race line of Williamsport, Indiana. And it'll be Mauricio Marquez Ramos, Josh Murphy, Tim Blankenbeckler, Michael Ritz, Charlie Widener, Tyler Price, James Klaus, and Nate Mendoza. That'll be the top 10. That's who's awarded some stage points there. What an opening stint that was. Here we're gonna have 2,000 to 3,000 to 4,000 looks at this here coming to the line. Neil, he gets tight there off the line. Here we go, coming to the checkered flag, excuse me, the green and checkered flag here of this Frets for Pets stage break. 3 wide for P2, call it 2 wide at the line for the race lead, 3 wide on back as well. There you see Michael Ritz in front of Tim Blankenbeckler as well as the 95 of Charlie Widener. We managed to keep it clean, green, and mead coming across the stripe. Very, very nice driving between these drivers. We beat, we banged, there was contact, but there was still no big one. That's I'm laughing it off. I could finally take a breath because hey, oh my days. Here's a live look at our drivers coming down there into pit lane, led by Stony Benfield. It's then Kyle Ricketts, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, Josh Murphy, Tim Blankenbeckler, the drivers who finished top 5 in the stage. Who wins the race here off of pit lane? Because not only, I think that is only, it is a huge deal if you're able to win this race off of pit lane. It's really who's able to find themselves there, who gets stopped in their box just right on the money. It's going to be pretty close here on pit exits. Let's take a look here. It's going to be, man, look at Kyle Ricketts go. That's exactly what I was mentioning. Whether you take 2 tires, whether you take 4 tires, or maybe just a little bit less fuel there than your co-counterparts, Kyle Ricketts is going to win the race off pit road. Stony Benfield, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, Josh Murphy, Charlie Widener, Michael Ritz, Tim Blankenbeckler, Terry Millam, and Nate Mendoza. Tyler Price running at the top 10. All right, we still got the lights on that iRacing safety pace truck, so I'm gonna be for real with you. I gotta go take a quick break. I could give myself a glass of water. I was running out of air there. Stick with us here, Sean Stamm, producing, directing, and commentating the show. Oh, this is gonna be fun here. Right when we get back, I got a special behind the scenes. Stick with us here, everybody. Appreciate each and every single one of you staying in and hanging out here with us.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, welcome back here live into YouTube land. Sean Stamm, producer, director, commentate the show. We're just about to get things kicked off here for pretty much the second half of the race, or the second little bit less than half of the race. But before we do, here's going to be running the flagman showing the green flag. So I think we're going to get back to going green flag here in just a few moments' time. And here's just a quick look here behind the scenes. 3 different screens, stream deck added as well. There's a lot that goes on here as these drivers getting ready to take green flag once again. But just quick, brief little look at what it takes here to put on a show back here live on Stamm Studio Network. It'll be Kyle Rickett, Stoney Benfield who take the green flag up here. Who gets it done here tonight? Mystic Missile Racing 160 back to green flag racing. Kyle Ricketts releasing Michael Charlie Widener up in the top 3 positions. Charlie, our pole sitter, back up to where he's a little bit more comfortable with running, or at least started this race. It's a 3-car breakaway for first, second, third. Stoney Benfield, and then Michael Ritz, Tim Blankenbeckler, Terry Mellum start to do battle as well. Side by side, from side by side between 2 trucks from 6th, 7th, and 8th position on back. There you see James Klaus and the Waffle House Machine starting to join this battle as well. TJ Zachary, Bobby Blair, Robert Anderson, 11th, 12th, and 13th starting to wedge their way a little bit closer to the front of the pack after Kyle Ricketts with some pit stop strategy works his way towards the front of the pack and leading. Laps are coming in to complete 2 to 3 laps here after this restart of the stage. Charlie Widener still running P3, and I think right now we're going to continue to see these front drivers kind of just chill out here. They know that there's a long way to go, a long time to get there. They know that, hey, there's quite a few drivers here left within the race that can possibly do what they say can't be done. These drivers continuing to run within 2 to 3 seconds of one another. Tim Blankenbeckler, James Klaus, Nate Mendoza still within. This is where the side-by-side is here as we hop on board now with Tim Blankenbeckler and his Tim's Tiny Boat Adventures machine. Tim's comfortable out there at Daytona, but when you put these turn radiuses tight, when you were going speeds, I mean, 184 miles an hour at an intermediate track. It is so fast down there back behind the wheel. These Stamm Studio Network trucks are flying around the racetrack. Here comes James Klaus, Nate Mendoza, Neil Lapidus out there as well. Looks like he's got his truck all back up and repaired. Bobby Blair, truck that we saw there earlier on in the front of the race, a little bit front of the pack. He's fallen back here in the respectable P13, but might be just playing a little bit safer game here as he's right up there with Robert Anderson, Josh Murphy, Ricardo Cano, Frank Ranger, and Mark Gentile as well. Terry Mellum in the number 23 machine. Been all over from about first, second, third, back into about 8th, 9th, and 10th, running in the 4th position right now. Oh, careful on that inside line, opening up turn 1 like that. It could definitely leave the door open per se for a driver to shove it down in there, possibly take the spots. Michael Ritz, thankfully not doing so, lives to fight another day. But here comes Michael Ritz down into the turn 3, possibly going to be down into that inside line here of Terry Mellum. It'll be side by side right there behind him as well. It's number 69, Tyler Price. Tim Blankenbeckler still going at it. Nate Mendoza, Neil Lapita still going at it as well. So if we hop on board here with a driver like Stoney Binfield, watch the hands that are going to work, as well as listen into the throttle pedal. These drivers making this look a lot easier than it is to say that they can't be done. Keep watching that answer. We'll hop on that driver Kai camera here as well. Working that throttle pedal, working that steering wheel. It's micro adjustments on all accounts here tonight for each and every single one of these Stamm Studio Network truck drivers. Kyle Ricketts, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, Terry Mellum still continue to run top 3, but Terry's gonna have some company out there joining him into turn 1. There's gonna be contact between the number 95 and the number 4. That's Tim Blankenbeckler as well as Charlie Widener. A little bit of side by side on their side. It's all cleared itself out going into turns 2 and 3. But now Charlie's up there to P3, and Tim's going to lose all that speed and momentum that he had working into turn 3. Terry Mellum's going to work that outside line here after Stoney Binfield's going to start to charge the inside line once again. Drivers focusing, concentrating, putting tenths, hundredths, thousandths of a second, lap after lap after lap. That's what makes these Stamm Studio Network truck races so much fun to watch. Not only is it clean, competitive racing, these pretty consecutive lap times as well here around this hybrid intermediate turned into kind of super speedway, if you will. Still continuing to see these drivers, the front runners make their way towards the front of the pack. Kyle Ricketts, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, and Charlie Widener still running up within the top 3. We've seen it's a little bit harder to make a pass and get a run moving and grooving here. And remember, that's when Kyle Ricketts, during our stage break caution, he actually made that a little bit of a shorter pit stop, found himself out to the race lead. Not only is he right now with only 60% race fuel, not only is he burning a little bit more fuel than his co-counterparts right here, but he's working those tires just a little bit more as well. I really don't think that we're going to see any one of these truck drivers come down and, well, we will see him come down and take fuel, but taking tires, you're just asking to lose the race right there. Almost shades of the NASCAR 2025 Cup Series Championship, if you will. It's Kyle Ricketts, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, and now the side-by-side starts to heat up and battle and ensue once more again. Charlie Widener, Terry Mellum, Stoney Binfield, Tim Blankenbeckler's trying to heat up and ensue up here in that outside line. Nate Mendoza joins the battle as well. That's our driver gaining the highest amount of positions tonight. Nate up there in P8 right now. He's still at P12 spots on the good. You got to think within these next 10 to 15, maybe 20. No, it's definitely going to be within 10 to 15 laps that we will see some drivers start to make their way down and into pit lane. Kyle Ricketts might be one of the first of them. There's more contact between the 95 and the 23. Here comes Stoney Binfield down around the inside line. We're still beating. We're still banging. A little bit more contact on his side. Stoney Binfield looking like a hound dog here tonight in that inside as he tries to work 3 wide. He's trying to clear him. Still not clear of 3 wide. We'll work it down into turn 3. Who gives way? It'll be Tim Blankenbeckler who cracks the throttle pedal there on corner entrance. Michael Ritz giving a shot out there to Stoney Binfield's rear bumper. No contact between the two, but it's definitely that aero push that's keeping the number 97 down and around. And within this battle, within the top 3 positions, if you're new to Stamm Studio Network, top 3 drivers, get those driver interviews. Stoney Benfield has contact with the number 95 of Charlie Widener. Once again, that's out of the corner exit. It's going to completely back up the pack here, down, heading towards turn 3. That could have been big. That could have been huge. That could have been massive. Big one stays averted. Still 3 wide. Sean and Tater curse. The number 95 gets tagged. Charlie Widener goes around. Tim Blankenbeckler, hard, heavy contact. Nate Mendoza is in it as well. Correct me if I'm wrong down in YouTube land, but I do believe Tim Blankenbeckler, he's got the barbecue machine out here. He is smoking that number 4. I think it's more of a smoker than a barbecue. Oh, man, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Tim has already used his fast repair tonight. If we do see him back out on the track, though, that means he definitely still had it available there to him. Oh, golly. The big one was averted. This all started about 1 lap before this wreck happened. They were going to try to find... We're going to have to find what... Yeah, here's what it's kind of started to ensue here. At least I thought. Hang on, stick with me. There's a lot going behind the scenes. Actually, Matt Fract, I'll help us all out here. Here's when the wreck actually happened. Looks like it's the Waffle House machine of James Klaus out and into the right rear of the number 95. Very nice work of Charlie Widener there to lock that Toyota Tundra down. You see those Goodyear Eagles not moving an inch, even after Tim Blankenbeckler, whacks him there. The number 24 involved as well. I believe the 24 is Robert Anderson in that Menards Toyota Tundra. Here it is at live race pace. And one more time, slowed down here. Yeah, Charlie just, I think, trying to set up that kind of inner to outside line. And maybe the driver on the outside didn't quite know that he expected, or that Charlie was thinking about not cutting that white and red that time by. Last look at this race replay. We're going to hop on board here with Tim Blankenbeckler. Really nice look, but it's going to hurt. There's a bank. There's a bank. And unfortunately, there's the boonk as well. Catching back up here to live racing action, it's Kyle Ricketts who will lead him off the race off of pit lane. It's Stoney Benfield, Tyler Price, Terry Mellum, Michael Ritz. That's who rounds up the top 5. Mauricio Marquez Huermos. Keep your eye on the driver out of Mexico, running in the number 36 Toyota Tundra W Energy paint scheme. Not only one of our faster drivers in practice, but hey, continues to miss some pretty big incidents here tonight. I'm definitely taking Mauricio to the casino after this one. Nate Mendoza, he's continuing to run in the top 7 positions, and that is our driver gained on positions out of Hershey, Pennsylvania. He's definitely been in the factory one too many times there. The number 77, I believe, Jensen Case, if you're watching, I'm not sure if you're teammates with Nate Mendoza, but Jensen, first of all, here, this one's for you. And second of all, Jensen, if you are watching, both similar paint schemes for similar sponsors there. That's why I do bring that up. In all seriousness, though, let me bring out my notes here and maybe bring up a little bit of notes that might matter. TJ Zachary running in the 8th position. He came into the race with our points lead of this Mystic Missile 160. Stoney Benfield, who came into the race with 2nd in the point standings. Well, that's pretty easy because Stoney Benfield shown P2 out here on track tonight right now. Bobby Blair came into the race P3 in the points. Bobby Blair's going to re-rack him and restack him P13. It's Robert Anderson, Michael Milfeld, and Scott Patton, all there tied within the top 4 positions. If you are just now joining us, thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. My name's Sean Stamm, live here on Stamm Studio Network. Here's a look at the point standings. TJ Zachary, Stoney Benfield, Bobby Blair. That's the top 3, and then there's a 3-car tie for 4th. Robert Anderson, Mark Gentile, and Michael Milfeld Jr. Scott Patton, Tyler Price, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, and Heath Smith. Also a 2-car tie between 7th and 9th position. We're rounding out the second race here this season. if it's going to continue to look anything like this, just do me a favor, please. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Hit that subscribe button as well, as that's really what means the world there to me. That's what keeps me moving and grooving back here behind the scenes. Also, don't hesitate to let me know your thoughts down there live in YouTube land, as we've had Ted as well as Steezy Racing, Dancing Transistors, Laura, and Terry join us down there live in YouTube land. It's our fourth caution here tonight, the Mystic Missile Racing 160. We're going to get them re-racked, restacked, and ready for racing action. Let's do it again here. Let's take the green flag. Kyle Ricketts, the field is in your hand. Stony Benfield, he's got company. And that's Tyler Price and Terry Millam right there running third and fourth position. Side by side, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows back for second, third, and fourth. Whoa, contact there. Already beating and banging, just getting right back up to speed. We go, go, go. It's Kyle Ricketts who leads him out there, coming out of turn 2 into turn 3. Stony Benfield, Terry Millam. There's Tyler Price trying to make the inside line work in the number 69 Cat Caterpillar machine. He is going to have company out there right upside. It's Mauricio Marquez Ramos side by side for third and fourth. Side by side for the race lead. Stony Benfield cuts the dog leg in half, it looks like there. Door, quarter, not quite clear. No, is he clear for just maybe a moment's time being? The lime green machine, Stony Benfield to the race lead, but he didn't quite have that push there behind him to make it work going into turn 3. Pushes, runs, momentum, all the same. 3 wide for 5th place on back. Wow, contact between the two. There goes Stony Benfield to the inside. Clutch through the grass. He looks like a lawn-mowing machine. He's going to have to call 811 before he lawn mows anymore. Yeah, I think he did call 811, as they're going to have to throw the caution out there now. Contact for the race lead. Tyler Price out up front, and the Caterpillar machine. We got Michael Ritz, Terry Millam, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, and Nate Mendoza rounding out the top 5. What just happened for the race lead? I take that back. We're going to have to rewind it here just one moment's time. Here, what just happened for the race lead? Kyle Ricketts, he gets... was there contact? We're going to have to get Billy the Bob, the forklift driver, off of his smoke break. Oh, there was definitely contact there. Stony Benfield. Here we go into turn 4. We're getting right back up to speed, getting these tires right back up into optimal conditions. There you see bottom right of your screen. Not sure who you would want to put that on, the 09 or the 87. Look. Here's going to be the best look at it. So not only the... Okay, well... Oh, man, Kyle Ricketts maybe not expecting Stony Benfield. Maybe he saw him on corner entrance of the tri-oval, cut down below that line, and maybe just not quite expecting it. Remember, this is going on at about 170, 180 miles per hour. It looks a lot easier in slow motion out there after, oh man, just a beat, a bang, and a boom there for Stony Benfield. Let's hop on board here with maybe I think it's Kyle Ricketts actually, and see what kind of he saw here coming towards this caution. Apologies here. We're going to get it quickly rewind. Yeah, we're hopping on board here with Kyle right now. He's got a driver to the inside. I can see on my triple monitors. Oh, man. Look at how much he's sawing on that wheel to try and save that Stamm Studio Network truck. Out and into the outside safer barrier he goes. Collects, matter of fact, oh, man, TJ Zachary. Oh, the number 31 of Gentile as well. That's 3 to 4 trucks involved. Alrighty, now that we are quickly re-racked and restacked, we'd just like to, or excuse me, I would like to just like to thank each and every single one of you down there live in YouTube land. We still have Terry hanging out here with us. Laura saying, keep up the good work, Terry. Terry saying, hi, Laura. Terry's doing great. Yeah, there you go. That's, actually, let's do something special here. Hang on, I have to mute myself really quick for consideration purposes. All right, this one's pretty special here, ladies and gents. We got Tim Blankenbeckler, Neil Lapidus up here in the booth. How about you, Neil, Tim? How the trucks feeling tonight?
Oh, for me, they're feeling pretty good. They're little loose, so you really got to be careful lifting here. And I've just got involved in that last caution, so
Oh.
we'll see how it feels coming out of it.
You still got that fast repair here, Neil, or are you kind of saving it for a better day?
With how intense this race has been so far, I'm saving it as long as I can.
I'm right there with you, Neil. I don't blame you. And checking in up on there, Tim, the teammate. Tim, as we get ready to go here, what's going through your mind on this race restart?
Dude, very intense race. Very intense. It's hard to, move up, get in position to do anything. But it's been chaotic out here. I've been caught up 2 or 3 times. So I had to use my fast repair, that last pit caution. So, but hey, we're hanging in there. We're number 7 right now. So let's see if we can at least get a top 5, but let's put it in the winner's circle.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's hear it down there for Tim and Neil. We appreciate it, boys. Good luck on this restart and rest of the race, and we'll let you get right back to it.
Appreciate you, John.
Neil Lapidus, Tim Blankenbeckler, Neil, one of the league owners here, and Tim, his teammates. So if you're having a bad day, go ahead and message one of them. Just go ahead and drop in a voice channel with them. Such all great guys all around as well. It's pretty funny as well. We'll get back up here to our green flag racing action. This Mystic Missile Racing 160 live here from EchoPark Atlanta Speedway. There is a little bit of damage on that number 23 of Terry Millip's front nose, but we'll get back to green flag racing up here. It'll be Tyler Price who's look to drop it. Will stay in second and disappear up here going into turns 2 and 3. Tim Blankenbeckler, the man, the myth, the legend we just chatted with, he used that inside line. Look at him go, go, go. He's going to continue to move spots up here out up front. He's already worked himself up to P5 up here. Continue to work that outside line. We'll have to see if it's moving and grooving or slots back into a little bit more aerodynamic friendly line, which is the inside down there. Tim trying to make the outside continue to work up there after it's a front 4-car breakaway for the race lead. Tyler Price, Terry Millum, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, Nate Mendoza, Tim Blankenbeckler running the top 5, only 32 laps to go, go, go. This is very close on our 60% fuel run within these trucks. We do believe these drivers will have one more pit stop here tonight. And after James Klaus shoots up the racetrack and enters to turn 3, he's going to lose 1, count him 2, count him 3, count him 4, count him 5, count him. Now he's going to lose 3 to 4 spots there. Ricardo Keno, Michael Ritz, TJ Zachary taking the spot there. Looks like Ricardo Keno has had enough of waiting here tonight, as after he's going to try to work himself up here within the top 6 to 5 drivers. This EchoPark Automotive Speedway Atlanta race. It's that Sam Studio Network Earnhardt-inspired paint scheme. Trying to work that inside line. He's got Nick Mendoza right up in front of him. He's got TJ Zachary on the outside. What does Ricardo have up here between these top front 2 to 3 to 4 battles after Tyler Price continued to lead Terry Millum? Oh, Tim Blankenbeckler gets turned. Is it the Sean and Tater curse, or is it the big one? Ricardo Keno, oh no! Big contact there. It's 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 trucks involved. Frank Ranger Jr. comes to an instant stop there. The number 95 looks like he's able to get that sorted back down. Charlie Widener, he's definitely had some damage, but is it from the caution before? We're going to have to get this race replay re-racked and restacked here. I think it all started up there with Tim Blankenbeckler starting to get turned right here. And I apologize. Here, we're going to rewind it one more time. Here comes the number 77. Look down to the inside line. Whoa, shoots up the racetrack. I think Tim had no clue that was coming his way. Nate Mendoza contact turns Tim Blankenbeckler around. Tim contact with, oh man, Ricardo Keno. Ricardo gets turned from Michael Ritz. James Klaus is in there, as well as TJ Zachary. Look at the inside line down there as well. Oh man, Neil, I don't know if I'm going to be able to interview any drivers here under caution flag conditions, because both drivers I just interviewed pretty heavy contact here. Yeah, there's Neil. Probably. Well, remember, Neil did save that fast repair, but Tim Blankenbeckler, unfortunately, out of those fast repairs, makes his way down into the pit lane. I honestly think that it would kind of be a smack in the face if I joined their Discord thing right here, right now. So I think I'm gonna avoid that. But I'm definitely wanting an AMR safety team interview from at least one of those drivers. I'm gonna respect him here for now, though. It'll be Mauricio Marquez Ramos leading 12 drivers down to pit lane, 4th through 16th on the positions board. It's going to be Tyler Price, Terry Mellum, Tim Blankenbeckler, who stays out on the racetrack. Still lights on that iRacing safety pace truck. I really don't want to do it, but I think I'm going to ask them their. Opinion on it first here. 1 second. Well, that's some good sports right there. Neil Lapidus, Tim Blankenbeckler. Welcome back up in here to the interview booth. I was joking around. I was saying I don't know if I'll be doing one of these again. Neil, we'll start here with you. What happened from your perspective there, man?
Oh, I saw the caution happen, and I was trying to keep momentum a little bit. Just misjudged it there, and there was a truck that checked up in front of me, and I ended up plowing one of them down. Just couldn't get slowed down in time. So I don't know who I plowed over there, but I just want to publicly apologize for that one.
Hey, you're all good, Neil. That's what it's all about there. This is the AMR safety pits interview here. Neil, are your wrists and everything okay after that one?
Yeah, my wrists are okay. My fast repair is not. It's now been used.
God dang it. Is it meatball flagging up there, or are we having spaghetti for dinner?
Of course we are.
No!
Spaghetti and meatballs, yeah.
Well, Neil, I so appreciate it, man. I hope we get to do this one here after this hard contact. We also have one more.
Yeah, appreciate you, Sean.
Yeah, of course, man. Neil, keep up your hard work there behind the scenes. It's Tim Blankenbeckler. Tim, you got yourself a coffee, man, involved in this one.
I got you, Sean.
Oh, I was saying on the broadcast, it didn't even look like you saw it coming. Just left her a corner and out and around you went.
Yeah, I don't know if I got moved. I don't know what happened there. Did I get into somebody? Could you tell?
No, I don't think it's your fault
Because I don't
at
know
all.
what happened.
I think Nate Mendoza,
Okay.
with all due respect, I think got a little too deep into the corner and slid up into you.
I got you. Yeah, I was moving right up the field, but anyway, I got damage and I got a penalty to serve.
Well, Tim, I imagine that looks pretty big down there in VR land as well. Is your head and wrist okay down there?
All right, Sean, man, I appreciate you, bud.
All right, we appreciate you, Tim. Have a great rest of your race, man. All right, I think his head and wrist are A-okay down there because he's getting ready to move back here. So we'll get back to live some racing action. Sorry, that's just a little bit something new we're doing here on SSN, but we're back to some green flag racing on this Mystic Missile 160. Tyler Price, Tim Blankenbeckler, that inside line. Terry Mellum, Mauricio Marquez Ramos, that outside line. Back to green flag racing. We go, go, go in this Stamm Studio Network Truck Series. Only 26 more laps to go. It'll be some door-to-door racing down there going into turn 1 after Tyler Price clears them going into turn 3. Excuse me, on the back straightaway, just making sure everything is A-okay down the YouTube down below. It'll be Tim Blankenbeckler. He said he had to serve that penalty. He's going to make his way down into pit lane there. Tyler Price, Terry Mellum, that's now going to make out the top 3. Stoney Binfield starting to join this battle as well. It's Bobby Blair, Josh Murphy. Josh, he's back up here within the top 5, top 6 position. Neil Lapidus, he's running the outside line. Ricardo Cano joining this battle here as well. single file racing, front one, count them 2, count them 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers still in that inside line. It's not up until Neil Lapidus and Ricardo Cano running side by side for that 7th and 8th position. It might even start to look 3 wideouts here after the number 3, Zach Monday, is trying to unlap himself and get right up there within this battle as well. This is the closest battle on screen right here, right now. Still front single file racing up here in the front of the pack is now the 77 as well as the 95 of Charlie Widener. Nate Mendoza find themselves out on off of pit lane. It was a little bit of a checkup down to the inside line that time by Frank Ranger Jr. Michael Ritz. A little bit more contact between that front and rear bumper. Still Tyler Price leads Terry Mellum, leading Benicio Marquez Ramos on that front 3 driver interview positions across the line. 23 laps to go in this Stamm Studio Network Distant Missile 160. Tyler Price is starting to run away from that gap, and then here comes a really big bump there from Terry Mellum. Terry Mellum gets right back out of the gas, but with a nice shove of Benicio Marquez Ramos, gets right back and up and in them. Almost a little bit of a grip lost there in corner exits. Terry has to regroup and rearm there. Exactly what he does. Benicio, he's going to keep it off that rear bumper. Does Benicio try the inside line? Definitely going to look at it here. Benicio is going to knock, knock, knock. Is anybody home? Terry Mellum leaves the back door wide open. Benicio Marquez Ramos, the road course ringer, up here to P2. P3 on back is now looking door to door. Only 22 more laps to go. Contact there with Zach Monday and Neil. He's going to continue to scrape the outside line. It's a vacuum seal. It's Velcro out there. That outside wall is not letting him go. Neil drops all the way back down to P13. We'll look back up here at the front of the track. It's Benicio Marquez Ramos barely leading the lap by 7 thousandths of a second, but don't leave the inside line open. Here comes Tyler Price. Tyler Price is the switch back down into the outside line. That Dubby Energy Machine versus Caterpillar. It's also right there behind them. North Carolina Call 811 before you dig, as well as High Rock Vodka, as well as, look who's also joining in there. It's of course the animal racing driver of Bobby Blair. Got Fanatec Purple People Eater all over it. Zach Monday on the outside line, 3rd row back, and he's actually, Zach Monday's he's 17 on time to scoring, but he's still trying to get that lap back. It's now going to continue to look 2 by 2 by 2. Will we start to look 3 wide back there for 2nd place on back? No, thankfully so. We'll settle it back down to 2. But look who's joining that battle for the race lead. Tyler Price not letting anything go, keeping the outside line moving, keeping the outside line grooving. He's going to bring Terry Mellum right up in there with him. Zach Monday contact with the outside wall. 3 wide for 3rd on back going into the turn. Ricardo Cano. Ricardo, he gets turned. What an immaculate save for that Stamm Studio Network number 25 machine. He somehow keeps it pointing back the right way. Sparks were flying. He was yawed back going in towards the inside wall. How did Ricardo Cano keep that clean? He gets turned right there from the number 95. And I mean, this is either cat-like replay. I don't know how Ricardo, well, okay, Ricardo tried to find the inside there. Not, maybe not quite clear, but both of those drivers with an immaculate race save to keep this up moving, grooving, and battling up here under green flag conditions for the race lead. Benicio Marquez Ramos to the front, Stony Benfield P2, Bobby Blair P3. Bobby Blair back up to the front. He's been all throughout the pack here tonight. Where did he come from? Where did he go? I think he's tonight our 2nd driver who gets the Cotton Eye Joe medal coming towards the last 17 laps to go. It's 88 out of 104. It's our stage 2. It's our final stage. Josh Murphy, Tyler Price, TJ Zachary. I think realistically right now, any within one of these top, I would call it 8, actually the top 7 drivers, from Benicio Marquez Ramos all the way down to TJ Zachary. If there is no late rate caution, this could be between any single one of these drivers who takes down the white flag as well as that checkered flag that next lap by. I don't know if I necessarily want to be leading coming to that white flag lap either, as we're hopping on board with our race leader here, looking at that rear bumper camera. Stony Benfield all over the rear. Bobby Blair joins it as well. Terry Mellum, Josh Murphy, that still continues to reign the top 5. Here comes a nice run out of corner exit for Stony Benfield. Does he do anything with it? No, he knows right now that he just got to stay cool, calm, collected. Keep your patience, keep your wits about you here, and hey, Stony Benfield, that could possibly be a race-winning decision. It's going to continue to work side by side, too wide, right there between Terry Mellum and I think that is the number 3 once again of Zach Monday, continuing to try to find that outside line. It's really a front 7 to 8 car breakaway. It's TJ Zachary, I think the final car within this front pack respectfully. And then it's Michael Ritz, Jensen Case, Robert Anderson, and Frank Ranger Jr. Also Ricardo Cano, 3.5 seconds back from this kind of second pack. I don't think it's definitely between, I do think it's definitely up here between this front pack up here, battle for the race win. But if we do get some RG, if there's some Bargy, if some elbows start to bang, don't look too far other than that second pack out here led by Michael Ritz. They could start to be looking at a top 3 driver interview position as well. There's only 13 laps to go. That's about, I think, 35 miles if my math is mathing. It's probably not, but close enough. Stony Benfield, keep your eye on the lime green machine. That's going to be the first, second, third time I've said that here tonight, but he continued to show speed. He continued to show pace, but from not only the super speedway races, but from especially our mile-and-a-half cookie cutters. Stony Benfield, he's putting them both together here tonight, trying to keep some hybrid race action, keeping him up to victory lane. 2 by 2 between 4th and 5th now on back. That's going to be the 88 of Josh Murphy, who finds the inside line. He's going to clear Bobby Blair going into turn 1, and that'll be for P4. Very nice move there that's going to be James Klaus of the Waffle House Machine to get out of the way of this battle for the race lead, coming up to just 12 laps to go. Like I mentioned earlier, it's very hard to beat this racecraft, this ethical wheel racing gear tonight on Stamm Studio Network, let alone these SSN truck series going at it for this Mystic Missile 160. Talk about clean and ethical wheel racing. It's still side by side now, back out to the race lead. There might have been a slight touch there for Stony Benfield and Mauricio Marquez Ramos. Don't look now, but here comes the number 3 of Zach Monday, leading the middle to outside line. Could Zach have something to say? If there is a late race caution here, Zach will definitely find himself within the. He'll get his lap back right away. He definitely has the lucky dog going for him right now, as long as Zach is shown in front of the number 77 and 95, as well as 26. Nate Mendoza, Charlie Widener, and Neil Lapidus. There's only 10 laps to go. That's going to be about 15 miles left if my math is mathing that time. Okay, one of them wasn't mathing. Josh Murphy, he's going to try to make this math up here after even more contact between P2 and P17 of the race. That's going to be Zach Monday just trying to work up here, stay within that lucky dog position, because he knows that it could I know that Zach Monday, he knows that there could possibly be that late race caution. Find himself up here within this final front running pack. Back up towards the front of the pack he goes now. It's still the number 36 leading the number 97 as the number 24 gets out of the way. Nice racecraft action there. I believe that's going to be the Menards Toyota Tundra machine. Mauricio Marquez Ramos trying to play some more immaculate defensive action here, but right now, Stony Benfield, oh no, that's going to be the number 88, Josh Murphy. He went sharp right, sharp left. How did he get that Red Bull number 88 safe? There's no way. The last camera shot that I saw, he was headed right back to the inside wall. Here you go, that number 24 starts to spark out there on corner exit. This incident should happen here going in towards turn 1. Here comes Zach Monday backing around the outside. Here comes Josh Murphy. Inside contact between the two right there. I think that you could tally that one that went up. It's just a bit of a racing incident. Well, Josh comes out there, and maybe Zach Monday just didn't quite see it coming. Now 7 coming to 6 laps to go. It's now a 3-car breakaway. What has happened to break up this front pack now? 3-truck breakaway. Mauricio Marquez Ramos, Stony Benfield, and Josh Murphy coming to 6 laps to go. What just happened up here at the front of the pack? Golly, I hate to do this so much, but we have to see what happened up here. That I think that was the result of that contact between Zach Monday and the Red Bull Racing machine, WeatherTech.com machine of the number 88 Josh Murphy. It was a very nice save for him to keep that truck going back the right way. And with that, we will get we're still running green flags with just 5 laps to go. Josh Murphy, with that save, he could have possibly saved himself the race win here tonight. After he's right back up within this battle. Look who else is joining the battle as well. It's Bobby Blair, the number 33 of TJ Zachary. He's started joining in it. This is the number 24. It is, although it's shown, I believe, 1 lap down for Robert Anderson. Benicio Marquez Ramos leading the pack going into turn 3. Coming just to 4 laps to go tonight. Side by side, slipstream happening up there between the first 3 drivers, and then it's side drafting action happening here between Josh Murphy and the number 3 of Zach Monday. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the most important time of the race. Only 4 laps to go at this Mystic Missile Racing 160. Does Stoney Benfield have anything for him? He's going to try to look around the inside. Nope, he's going to slot back around the outside line here. He's going to set it right back up going into turn 3. 3 laps left to go, coming out of turn 4, this time by Benicio Marquez Ramos. He has led every single lap between these last 10 to 15 on the racetrack. Do these drivers have enough fuel to make it to the white and checkered flag? Does Benicio Marquez Ramos have the defense and his, oh no, we got one turned around there. Zach Monday, another immaculate save. We're gonna keep it going clean, green, and mean towards headed 2 to go this time by. Will our road course ringer have what they say can't be done for Benicio Marquez Ramos, leading Stoney Benfield, coming to the 2 laps to go signal. Josh Murphy runs P3, TJ Zachary runs P4, 3 truck breakaway for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 3 truck breakaway for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Who gets it done tonight? Coming out of turn 2 for the 2nd to final time, Stoney Benfield is trying to make the inside line work, trying to find himself down around the inside of that white and red out of bounds line. Stoney Benfield not able to make it happen. Josh Murphy, he's still up here within this top 3 battle. It's a 3 truck breakaway coming to the white stripe here. And tonight at the Mystic Missile Racing 160, these Stamm Studio Network trucks have put on a show for the last hour and a half. Right now it all comes down to this. 3 trucks led by Benicio Marquez Ramos, Stoney Benfield in the lime green machine, and Josh Murphy with a save of a century. Look at the defensive line there. Played it out there at turn number 2. Benicio Marquez Ramos shoves the door shut there on the number 97 Stoney Benfield's nose. It's side by side for 2nd and 3rd. Who gets the race win tonight? Benicio Marquez Ramos out of turn number 4. He's going to conquer the Mystic Missile Racing 160. Stoney Benfield, he'll finish P2. Josh Murphy, P3, Bobby Blair P4, TJ Zachary finishes P5, Michael Ritz across the line P6, Frank Ranger, Jensen Case finishes out P8. Our biggest move positions, most positions gained out here tonight for Jensen. He'll finish out P8, gains 13 on the race. It'll be Nate Mendoza, Neil Lapidus, Charlie Weiner, Tyler Price, Terry Mellum, Robert Anderson who round out the top 15. Let's hear it down there live in YouTube land. Benicio Marquez Ramos, out of Mexico, burns it down, down, down. After starting in P8, works his way all the way back up to the front of the pack, played the immaculate defense there. He's got that W energy. Toyota Tundra about to head himself down into virtual victory lane. Congratulations, Benicio Marquez Ramos. And coming to the checkered flag, look at this block on the back straightaway. He goes all the way down, even over that white and red line to block that run of Stoney Benfield. Stoney, just nothing that he can do there except get side by side out there with the number 88 of Josh Murphy. And that'll be the top 3 finishers. Stick with us here on Stamm Studio Network. We'll have some unofficial, official race results, as well as top 3 driver interviews headed your way. Barney the Flagman waves the checkered flag loud and proud. Here's our unofficial race results tonight. It's Benicio Marquez Ramos out of Rubber Duck Racing who grabs the victory in that number 36 Toyota Tundra machine. Stony Binfield, Josh Murphy, Bobby Blair, Michael Ritz. It's Frank Ranger, Jensen Case, Ricardo Cano, TJ Zachary, Nate Mendoza, who ran at the top 10. Neil Lapidus, Charlie Widener, Tyler Price, Terry Mellum, Robert Anderson II, Tim Blankenbeckler, James Klaus, and Sean Abel rounding out the top 18. And out of our 21 driver field is Zach Monday, Mark Gentile, and Kyle Ricketts out there rounding out the top 21. Here we go. I promised you it was coming. Stick with us here on live on Stamm Studio Network. We're going to have those top 3 driver interviews headed your way. Here we go. Benicio Marquez Ramos, you got yourself a copy, man. It's Sean up here in the booth.
Hi, Sean. How are you?
Mauricio, I am doing great, man. Congratulations on your win tonight. What's going through your mind right here, right now, man?
I honestly can't believe I won. I wasn't expecting it. I'm not good at this track at all, and just to win is just an amazing accomplishment. I'm so proud.
Yeah, man, I haven't stopped smiling since the drop of the checkered here tonight. Congratulations to you here for it. And, man, second question for you, coming out there on turn number 2 on this white flag lap. Also, what was going through your mind there? We saw you play that little bit more defensive line on corner exit.
I saw the 78 previously just go down into the apron, and in the rules it says that you're allowed to do that. So I just wanted to make sure you didn't, make a surprise pass.
Well, that was, I mean, I'm textbook done there, Mauricio. Congratulations on the race win. Very nice race defense coming towards the white and checkered. It's, man, it's saying something when you don't have to pull anything egregious to pull off a defensive race win at a track like EchoPark or even like Daytona. But, man, Mauricio, congratulations once again, man. Who you kind of shouting out here tonight? Who would you dedicate this win to?
I dedicated it to my race team, Rubber Duck Racing, and my sponsors, W and MR Functions. They support me through everything, and they help me with just everything.
That's what it's all about there, Mauricio. We appreciate the words back there, and we appreciate allowing us to get a quick driver interview in. And best of luck here going into Bristol next week, man.
Thank you.
I believe it'll be Stony Binfield who takes away P2 in the lime green Cook's machine. Stony, you got yourself a copy, man.
I do, my friend. How you doing
Stony,
tonight?
It's hard to beat a race like this here tonight, man. I believe it's the second race in a row that we're chatting with you up here in top 3 driver interview booth. What was your race like here tonight, man? It looked pretty hectic down there.
Yeah, it was, and I got messed up in one of the wrecks and had to use my fast repair, and just had to work my way back up through the field, but it was really good tonight. I enjoyed it.
Man, Stony, how did you work your way back up through the field after taking that fast repair?
Well, I probably showed my moves too quick, and that's the reason the 36 was able to block me. You can get that on the inside when you're by yourself, and you can really just come up off that, do that tri-oval, and if you can get under them, you can carry it into turn 1. And I did that several times with other people. Did it with the 09 earlier, and then he come back down into it and sort of pushed me down through the pit road. So anyway, I just couldn't quite get around to 36 at the end, but man, I'll take a second place.
Hey, well said there, Stony. We saw you trying it lap after lap, but well said. It's P2. That's going to help those points as well as it's a long race season, but sometimes we've seen it comes down here to just a couple points that can make you or break you. Stony, excuse me, who you thinking? Who you shouting out here tonight, man?
Well, I got several if I can. First of all, the Lord Jesus Christ, man. I'm a Christian, and I want to give God all the glory for that. But then I got 3 sponsors on my truck that I want to bring attention to. NC811.org, they help us. They've helped us this year, and we're thankful for that. Cook's Landscaping Group, Kip Cook and his company, they help us. And then Outlier Speed Company. I run a lot of open races, and I'm one of their sponsored drivers also. So I thank Cody and Johnny over at Outlier. And so if it wouldn't be for all these guys, man, we couldn't do this. So anyway, thank you so much.
Man, Stoney, I'm sure they really appreciate that. Long ways back there behind the scenes. Appreciate you for putting on a show for the fans here tonight, Stoney, and hopefully we're chatting with you next week's time out of Bristol.
See you at Bristol. Thank you much.
Hey, thank you, Stoney. Appreciate you, man. It'll be Josh Murphy who joined us in the P3 driver interview position. Josh with the save of a century. You got yourself a copy, man.
Dude. No, yes, sir. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, Josh, I'm doing great, man. How did you save that Red Bull WeatherTech.com machine, number 88 there? That was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I saw my life flash in my eyes right there. It's just hard racing. This race was intense. I'm glad we're going to a real racetrack next weekend in Bristol. But no, very, very intense racing. These guys are pretty good at what they do. I'm stoked with the P3.
Hey, well said there, Josh. Love the driver pick as well. As I see you're out of Dallas, Texas. You getting some snow up there right now?
Yes, sir. It is 21 degrees right now.
Woo-hoo.
But I have power. That's about all I can ask for.
All right. I'm right there with you. I'm down here a little bit more south in Austin, but at least enough power to put on the show and keep it warm up here. Josh, we appreciate your time and efforts out here on the racetrack. And who you shouting out tonight, man?
I'd like to shout out the Sinking Ship Discord. There's 15 of us in there. We're watching Supercross and the 24-hour Daytona race right now.
Well said there, Josh. I'm about to sit right back up on my couch and catch up on what I missed and catch the last, 16 hours of the race or so. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night, Josh, and great rest of your season as well. Hopefully we're chatting with you up here again.
Yes, dude. Take care.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages, I think that's going to do it here down tonight in Stamm Studio Network. Once again, if you're just now joining us, man, you missed an excellent race. Sean Stamm produced, direct, and commentate the show tonight. That's going to do it up here for us. I'm going to go catch some more of that Daytona 24-hour race, and hopefully, I don't think Zilich will be back in the car for a little bit. Maybe Allmendinger's back in. They got quite a few NASCAR races in it this season. This race opener. That's going to about do it here for me on Stamm Studio Network. Make sure you stick around and catch us Monday nights for some road course racing action. The season penultimate race for West Coast Sim Racing's GR86 League. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. That's going to do it tonight. Make sure you stay warm, stay safe. I'll catch you next time.